Now, to understand the geometrical interpretation of complex number, first you see this figure. So this figure is demonstrating a point x, y in the urban plane, and the angle with the real axis is theta. Now, this point can be represented as z, that is equal to x plus iy. This we have seen from our previous class, that this is a point in organ plane, that is actually complex plane. So that is z is equal to x plus iy. Now we can do this is equal to, if we take root under x square plus y square as common, so this can be written as x by x by root under x square plus y square plus I into y by root under x square plus y square. So just we have taken root under x square plus y square as common, then we are getting x by root under x square plus y square plus I into y by root under x square plus y square. Now what is actually root under x square plus y square? Now from this figure you can see here, if this is x comma y, that means this much portion, this much distance is x and this much distance is y. That means this is x, this is y, so this distance is root under x square plus y square. So this is the length of from origin to the point. So this is actually called the modulus of this point. Modulus means the value of this point, value. So the numerical value, that means the length of this point from the origin is actually root under x square plus y square. So this thing we represent with r. So this thing can be represented as smaller. Now x by root under x square plus y square. So x by root under x square plus y square. So this is giving cosine of this angle, that is cos theta, and y by root under x square plus y square, that is giving sine of this angle. So this formula which I have just written here, x plus iy, this can be written as this. Now x by root under x square plus y square, this can be written as cosine of theta plus I sine of theta. So actually any point in complex plane can be written as r into cos theta plus I sine theta, where r is the modulus of that point, that means the original length of the point from the origin, and theta is the angle of this point, that means its polar coordinate with the real axis when we move anti-clockwise. So this is the convention, that we move anti-clockwise, and this gives the value. So r cos theta plus I sin theta. So this can also be written as we know that in previous example we have shown that cos theta plus I sin theta in Euclidean form, you can write it e to the power I theta. So this can be written as r into e to the power I theta. So any complex number z can be represented as r into e to the power I theta. So this is another important formula for complex number. Now suppose we want to find out some angle in complex plane. Now how will you find this angle? So this is another important thing that I am going to describe here. Please notice. So basically we have seen this any point, if this is the real axis, now let us consider that this point is not the origin, but this is the real axis or parallel to real axis, an axis which is parallel to real axis, and this is an axis parallel to imaginary axis. The original axis may be here, so no problem. So you are just shifting the origin. So this is say original real axis, this is original imaginary axis. Now I have drawn a real axis parallel to the original real axis. I am writing this real dash, and this is the imaginary axis which is parallel to the imaginary axis. I am writing this imaginary dash. So let us suppose here it is a point which is represented by Z1, and suppose here another point which is Z2, and here another point which is Z3. Now suppose with this real dash axis, this is making an angle θ1, and this one is making another angle, that is θ2. Now we can write Z2 with respect to this reference frame. We can write that Z2, actually this is a vector, so the vector Z1 Z2, the equation of this vector will be position vector of this point minus position vector of this point. So position vector of this point is Z2, position vector of this point is Z1. So in vector form, if we want to describe a line, suppose the line is AB, then the equation of line AB, if suppose this point is A and this point is B, so if you want to describe the vector AB, then you have to take the position vector of point B minus position vector of point A. So this will give you the vector AB. So just for your note it here. AB vector is actually position vector of B minus position vector of A. So any vector can be represented as position vector of B minus position vector of A. Means if it is BA vector, then it will be position vector of A minus position vector of B. So now we want to represent this vector Z1 Z2. So in this case, this AB vector will be Z2 minus Z1. So this is the position vector of AB vector. This is actually the vector equation of AB, that will be Z2 minus Z1. So Z2 minus Z1 will give you AB, and suppose this point is C. So similarly, this AC vector, this is A, this is C. So this AC vector can be given as Z3 minus Z1. Okay. Now watch this little bit here. So we can write that Z2 minus Z1, this is equal to, if suppose the length of this vector is R1, that is the length. So Z2 minus Z1 is the vector which is just similar to, in the previous case just we have shown it that is the point Z. So in case of just Z, we have taken Z is equal to R into cos theta plus I sin theta. So here it will be Z2 minus Z1. So Z2 minus Z1 will be equal to R1 cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1. Can you see this? Okay. Similarly, if you write this is actually the vector equation of AB. So AB vector can be represented as Z2 minus Z1, and that is equal to R1. R1 is the length of this vector into cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1. Similarly, if you want to represent AC vector, So this AC vector will be equal to Z3 minus Z1, and that will be equal to its length. Suppose its length is R2. So if its length is R2, then this can be represented as R2 cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2. So this is the vector representation of a point, of a line. This is the vector representation of a line. If it is a point, then its representation is Z into cos theta plus I sin theta. If it is a vector, a line, then it will be Z3 minus Z1 or Z2 minus Z1 cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1. So it is just like AB vector is Z2 minus Z1, Z2 minus Z1, and that is equal to its length R1 into cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1. Similarly, AC vector, this is the point A, notice this. This is, I have written it in bracket, and this is the C point. So AC vector will be Z3 minus Z1, and this means position vector of C minus position vector of A. That is equal to R2 cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2. So this is the vector representation of a complex number. Now in my next class, I will represent that first you see this. Now you don't know argument, what is argument is. So just you see up to this. So this will be helpful. Now if we write Z2 minus Z1 by Z3 minus Z1, this will give you R1 by R2 into, so see here it is cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1. Now in Euclidean form, cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1 can be written as e to the power I theta 1, and this can be written as e to the power I theta 2. So this is in turn give you R1 by R2. Can you see this? Okay, now I think you can see this. So this can be written as R1 by R2 into e to the power I theta 1 minus theta 2. So this thing is giving you Z3 minus Z1 by Z2 minus Z1 by Z3 minus Z1, that is equal to R1 by R2 into e to the power I theta 1 minus theta 2. Now this thing can be written as, now e to the power I theta is, again we can represent it in the form of cos theta plus I sin theta. Here your theta is theta 1 minus theta 2. So Z2 minus Z1 is equal to this thing. Okay. So this thing can be written as R1 by R2 and within bracket cos theta 1 minus theta 2 plus I sin theta 1 minus theta 2. See this. So this can be again written as this. So up to this, now you don't have the knowledge of basically argument. So at first I will give you some knowledge of argument, then we will proceed to the how to find out angle between two vectors. Okay.